Welcome back. We are changing seasons and we thought we'd bring you a few tips on how to recycle properly. A lot of people think it's an easy thing to do, but Denise is here to tell us it takes a little bit more thinking, huh?
Yeah, well, recycling is the first thing that people think of when they want to go green, and it's great, but part of the problem is sometimes people will recycle everything, thinking more is better, when actually we want to make sure that not only we're recycling, but we're recycling the right stuff.
Yeah.
And there are some things that people commonly think are recyclable, and they're actually not, and they are supposed to go.
Well, this thing is just shocking me. I get these kind of things from Trader Joe's all the time with the tomatoes, and I've always put this in the recycling bin.
Definitely.
So I'm going to come out and say I'm doing a lot of bad.
Yeah,
probably.
and well, probably the reason why you did is because there's a recycling symbol on the back. And most everything that's plastic has that recycling symbol. And it's just a plastics industry thing to identify what type of plastic it is.
Okay, but that does not mean, just because it has this on there, does not mean it's
recyclable locally. So here, for plastic, here in Deschutes County, we recycle bottles, tubs, tubs as small as a yogurt container and as big as these plant pots, and also a 5-gallon container, and also jugs.
What about these little guys though?
Little guys we don't. Anything smaller than your individual size yogurt container, including bottle caps and lids, go into the trash simply because they're so small that they get caught up in the gears at the recycling center.
Since this lid, you can't recycle it, but you can reuse it.
Yeah, this is actually, these kind of containers are great for reusing for snacks or something like that. Maybe use it a few times, and then when you recycle it, this goes in a recycling bin and this part goes into the trash.
So it's a lot more about just what you're buying when you're thinking about it.
Definitely, that's the time to reduce waste is when you're shopping.
Yeah.
That's why recycling is the end of it. It's reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Yeah. So tell me about the plastic bags though, because that's always a big thing.
Plastic bags, you can recycle at most supermarkets. In the front entranceway, there's usually a big bin that asks for your plastic shopping bags. However, don't put this in your commingle recycling bin, because just like those small plastic containers or plastic caps, plastic bags will get caught in the gears, they'll stop the machine, or they'll get caught in between stacks of paper and end up just messing with the whole system. So it's best to just bring them back to the supermarket to reuse them, and when you're done, to bring them back to the supermarket and put in that recycling bin there.
Yeah, and anything can be turned into a recycle bin, you were telling me earlier.
Definitely. This is just a $5 office container. A lot of times people only recycle in the kitchen and they forget at other parts of the house. So a small thing like this is great in a bedroom, in an office area. Anywhere where you have a garbage bin, also have a recycling bin next to it. That way you just always have that option. Okay,
and I know people can go to your website if they're wondering what is and what's not. And before we leave them, this is not
recyclable, but this is.